This is what we're doing. Because I'm impatient and I don't really want to wait till I finish Penacony to do it. Obviously.
Phew.
What's up, Pom Pom?
Just got a message from the Luofu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
Thank goodness.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going?
I mean, without you on my team, it sucks. You should be here.
Soon, the Luofu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the Luofu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Will you come home with me afterwards?
We're already being invited to another special event.
About that.
Why not think about it this way? Our trailblazing expeditions are turning into blast expeditions, where we eat, drink, and play wherever we go.
Isn't that fun?
So we should leave March behind to take care of the Express?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Hey, that's not what I meant. I'm all for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
The Luofu has recently overcome a crisis by holding the war dance there, demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of peace and safety.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe under the family's protection.
She's got a point.
No need to worry. The War Dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knights, who fought against the abominations of abundance and protected the Xianzhou ships.
With Madame Herta's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81 of the Genius Society. It could earn us some favors before we set off. However, it may take a few weeks.
What? You're leaving?
Aw, so that means we're not going to the Luofu.
We're leaving?
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, Marge. Since we've been invited, it's only right for the Astral Express to attend the ceremony. So, here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Luofu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our promise. Meanwhile, you, Marge, and Don Hung will represent the Express and attend the war dance.
Alright. I'll do the best representing.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to warp to the Luofu.
Yippee! We're gonna see some interesting characters there. I already know it, and that's what I'm excited for. Okay, what's the plan, guys? What's the plan? Are we sneaking out? We can't sneak out. It's a freaking train.
By the way, Don Hung, this time you'll be taking a stroll with us on the Luofu, right?
Right? You're not bad still. Right?
Just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Luofu by yourselves? I don't think so.
Yippee!
Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended, and both the long life and short life species are still feeling uneasy. And that's why Jing Yuan wants to organize the war dance, to show that the Xianzhou Luofu is stable and safe.
Right.
Since he has extended an invitation, it's only right that I visit my old friend.
Of course, it'd be rude for you not to. Oh my god.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories, you know?
I really don't even remember what we did here. It wasn't even that long ago either.
Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived on the Xianzhou.
I just know Don Hung is a dragon.
This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals. And we didn't have to sneak in through the cargo dock. This trip has been incredibly smooth.
Thing is, we're gonna have to enjoy this while we can, because the next planet we're going to, we're going specifically because there's trouble on that planet. So it's not gonna be like a vacation or anything.
Quite unusual, I must say.
I agree.
So about this little deeting here, I didn't finish the quest. Whatever quest involved this thing, I have yet to finish it, so it just follows me around whenever I come here. So we have a little companion for now. Nothing wrong with that. Come on, Deeting. You're with us.
We are from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
Oh, we just left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Luofu?
I'm just gonna assume that we do.
Exactly. We're Xianzhou experts. Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance. And that's why we're here too.
But for now, all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
In a few weeks? We're here so early. I thought it was gonna start like a few days, or at least be like the next day. In a few weeks? I'm getting back on the train.
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find on Penacony. Our clients love these kinds of dream bubbles the most.
You're the expert here. Give them some suggestions.
Me? Oh, Scale Gorge.
Indeed a good idea. While the dreamscape on Penacony is all artificial, Scale Gorge Waterscape is a celebration of nature's resurgence. It has some remarkable scenery.
That's what I was thinking too.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Really? Let's go catch up with him.
Come on, Dating.
Here,
Yanqing!
everyone, this way.
I didn't want to cut him off.
Hey,
Hi.
it's been a while.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But Yanqing, are you?
What's up, Miss March?
Yeah, what's up?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
Is he?
We've only been away for a few months.
Pinch him.
What are you doing?
Just checking.
Sorry, but after our previous adventures,
Whoa.
I've become suspicious of whoever greets us first.
Whoa. We spoke. Today must be a good day.
You know, the last time we came to the Xianzhou, the first person who greeted us was...
Wait, who was it?
I get it. Better safe than sorry.
Okay, I think I remember.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskiff Haven, I understand why General Jing Yuan chose this timing.
The general said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou Luofu recover from the crisis. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace. By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. The Xianzhou ships, the Zhuming and the Yaoqing, have both sent messengers to offer their blessings.
One of these holds a very special fox woman. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the Xianzhou Yaoqing is a major force in hunting down abominations, and is always engaged in conflicts across the cosmos. Although it's a member of the Xianzhou Alliance, I don't know much about it. But Madame Yukong from the Skyfaring Commission mentioned that the Yaoqing always sends back reports of great victories, which is quite impressive.
I could be lying.
I heard General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing
That
is
one.
a young and dauntless lady. My peers say that she's like a goddess of war, capable of crushing dozens of abominations with a single punch. I wonder if it's true.
I bet it's true.
If only I can witness her prowess with my own eyes.
Me and you, Yanqing. Me and you.
By the way, Yanqing, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to something he's interested in, you can really see his childish side.
I assume that we're of age, and he's like maybe a little bit younger. He's just like you, March.
I agree.
Excuse me?
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
You're just as jinxed as March.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Whoa.
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
I definitely didn't just use auto. It's her.
Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
Depressed Cycrane. Can we talk to this guy real quick, see what's going on? We saved the depressed Cycrane.
Let's just get down to business first.
Look at this thing.
While we appreciate your rescue, my Xianzhou friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
Which one is the IPC worker?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack.
Which one is the Cloud Knight soldier? They're both heavily armed bodies. I'm confused.
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Luofu must go through inspection.
Oh, but we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borisons.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated dispute that won't lead to a resolution.
I wasn't going to anyways.
It's my fault. We let our guard down for a moment. I take full responsibility.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borison prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven? According to the protocol,
he's mad.
Borison prisoners should be held on a Starskiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground. Who allowed a prisoner transport ship to dock at the passenger terminal?
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the Zhu-Ming's diplomatic vessel. Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borison just before arriving, and the Zhu-Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought off the Borison pirates and imprisoned them on their ship.
Okay.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borison near the Luofu, and the Zhu-Ming envoys saved them? Sounds complicated.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. Zhu-Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand these criminals over to the Luofu.
Oh, so they were trying to help.
You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Luofu, Starskiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borison desperados decided to put up a fight before the prisoner transport Starskiff could get there. And that's what you just witnessed.
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. I'll report it to the security department of the Realm Keeping Commission and ask for their cooperation in handling the aftermath. Maybe I should gather more details from others so that the Seed of Divine Foresight can have a better understanding of the situation.
You mean we didn't get enough already? Sounds like a good explanation to me.
Oh, you look much maturer now, Yenqing.
Marge, shut up!
Yeah, those werewolf monsters are known as Borison. They are abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time. Their presence has faded over the years. But who would have thought? Well, enough with the chit-chat. The General wants me to take you to the Palace of Astrum. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer, but there are some things that can't be left unchecked.
Okay.
By the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
Perhaps she's around here somewhere. Shouldn't we take a look?
Oh, she went the other way.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent. It shouldn't be too hard to find her.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
Why are you glaring at us while you say that? Head to the Palace of Astrum to see the general. Oh my goodness. Jingyuan. Where is he? Jingyuan.
Don't mention it. Thank you for taking the time to welcome me.
Jingyuan, hi, hi.
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express.
Hi. Do you miss us?
Sure, how couldn't I have? It's not often we find such moments to reunite and enjoy one another's presence.
Since when did she and General Qing Yuan become such good buddies, Don Hung? They seem to be having a great time.
You jealous?
A lot must have happened without our knowledge. At least, I hope that's the case.
Allow me to introduce you to General Huai Yan. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
Is he gonna be the next banner? I want him.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
He's got a fluffy beard. I'm gonna grab it.
Elder Huai Yan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty. I had no choice but to answer the call.
It's an honor to meet you, General Huai Yan.
It's my honor to meet you, General Huai Yan.
Just the casual
No
one.
need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Luofu, same as all of you.
Tell me you don't want to. You don't want to pet it. Look at that thing. His eyebrows. You want to pet his eyebrows?
So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jinyuin? The heroes who helped you in the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and her. Without their help, I'm afraid the Luofu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
Nice to meet you. I'm her.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Luofu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
You're more than welcome, General Huai Yan.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Luofu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds of challenges.
Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yu Li.
Hi. She's so cute.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other? Guess we don't need any introductions then.
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh, now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
She helped me capture the escaped Borison prisoners at the Starskip Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
He is not happy.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag. Turns out it's yours.
Yes, it is. Now that we've met again, I hope...
Nope, that won't do.
Oh.
won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Juming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield.
Dang, Yashik, she wants to fight you. She's out for blood.
As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borisin prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string, and it missed its target. By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borisin prisoner would have gotten away.
What's she so sassy for?
So much for Luofu's swordmasters.
Jeez.
What did you just say?
Ooh, bro, we needed popcorn. We do need popcorn. I didn't think it was gonna get this heated.
With all due respect, you don't honor your sword, so you don't deserve it.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? You want to settle this with swords? Fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Yanqing.
Oh.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful, because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borisin.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yanqing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship, most notably the legendary Flame Wheel Octet. Seeing Miss Yun Li, who is among those ranks today, I must say she definitely has that fiery edge.
For sure.
Well, everyone, Elder Huayan and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yanqing, why don't you entertain our guests and take Miss Yun Li to the inn?
You still want them to be together? I think they're gonna rip each other's heads off.
I'll find another chance to talk with you all. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express.
That's so kind of you. I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
All right, Yun Li. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet. I want to visit Lingsha. She just arrived in the Luofu and could use some help settling in.
Who's Lingsha?
Yanqing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission for me. I've heard about the attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Qingzu sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back.
I'm on it.
Look at this sexy little child. Look at her.
This trip is totally worth it. Compared to the Juming, the Luofu is so much livelier. But it's a shame the Luofu swordmasters don't seem that great.
You had one encounter. One encounter. Glad to meet you, Miss Yunli.
Glad to meet you too. Are you here to participate in the war dance?
I'm just a tourist attending the ceremony.
So, you're not a participant? You look like you know your way around a fight.
Thank you.
Well, you can still sign up. The Cloud Knight's ring is always open to outsiders. I have some things to do. Besides, little Yanqing doesn't seem too happy about me tagging along.
You did take a sword.
Yeah, you're right. I took it with my skills. So, I guess you can say I'm a robber or something. How dare he imply I'm a thief? Totally different. I didn't intend to keep his sword. I was planning to take this chance to return it to him. But now, I've changed my mind.
She's petty, I see.
I'll give that poor flying sword some proper maintenance. I won't consider returning the sword unless he learns how to say please, hello, thank you, and sorry, so he can forget about it for now.
Well, Yanqing, better learn.
Hey, Don Hung. I thought all the Xianzhou generals were like Jing Yuan.
What is that supposed to mean?
But that General Huayan, he looks so thin and scraggy. As if even a light breeze would knock him over. Is that old man really an Arbiter General?
Oh, I wouldn't question his power. I've seen types like him in anime.
Well, each Xianzhou ship has its own division and specialty within the Alliance. Not all of the Arbiter Generals are good at leading the charge. You heard what Jing Yuan said, right? General Hua Yan was once the head of all the skilled craftsmen on the Zhu Ming.
This is the report Qing Zhu just sent me. Let me take a look. Looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and help put the IPC's mind at ease.
Is this some kind of test from the General?
Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes. It's just, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield. This is especially true when you're up against the IPC, with their non-stop corporate babble. Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to the inn?
Yes. I don't want to hear about that corporate babble. Sounds boring.
It is the Luofu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yaoqing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the Marshal?
You're overthinking it, Jing Yuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives. However, I have no clue what the Yaoqing Arbiter General has in mind.
Is that the one?
Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, they'll eventually catch up to you. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Luofu. As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yaoqing, she has come specifically for you.
Ooh.
Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's Claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Hua Yan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He's here.
As soon as she disembarked from the
Oh, and that one too.
she mentioned having something to attend to and simply disappeared.
Oh my goodness. Hi! Jiaoqiu! I know exactly who he is already. I don't know much about him. I just know more so about the Fox guy.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moze, retainers of
Moze.
the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Jiaoqiu. Oh my god. So I'm not guaranteed, but he looks so cool.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
So we don't get to see her yet?
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jing Yuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
I hope so. I really want to see her.
Drat. I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword.
What do you mean? You already know what she wants from you. I'll go get it.
Bother. The Zhu-Ming envoys won't be leaving the Luofu anytime soon. I'll ask for it later when we meet again. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the general seemed a little reserved. Could it be because of Elder Huayan's visit? Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
I pressed the wrong button.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Zhuming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yaoqing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I presume.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
The fact that they're both here.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jing Yuan, just like the crew, right?
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here. I'm afraid they're here for something more.
I knew we wouldn't be able to relax.
Maybe they've come to hold Jing Yuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Luofu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Who knows?
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Luofu, implicating Jing Yuan himself?
Things are getting hectic over here. You can vouch for Jing Yuan, though.
The general must have had that in mind when he invited us to attend the war dance.
Dang, so we're here to testify for him? Jing Yuan's going to court? Oh man, this is bad.
What was I thinking? Seriously, here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip. But it seems wherever we go, drama is just around the corner.
You and me both, March.
By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Zhuming diplomatic ship has arrived. And rumors say that she's to be the new cauldron master of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
An alchemist from the Zhuming serving as the cauldron master on the Luofu? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now. But I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
To be fair, I wouldn't have gotten it either.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General, it's not like you can do anything. Did I say something wrong? Again?
You keep belittling him!
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone.
He's fine.
Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
Okay, well, to be fair, it's a lot better than just staying at an inn, right? There'd be not much to do there.
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness, dealing with the IPC's workers could be tricky.
I bet.
I'm afraid this will cause trouble for the Express.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? We've dealt with quite a few of them, right? Yeah, exactly. Are you being sarcastic?
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head to the Artisanship Commission and meet them.
Come on, D-Team, we gotta go. We gotta go now. Now. Where is it? Okay, what's going on here? Stop the fighting, break it up.
Keep detaining my cargo and I'll file a complaint directly with your general.
Ooh. He's gonna tell your manager.
Staying on the Xianzhou, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
Oh, thank you.
I was sent here to deal with the IPC protest, Miss Jiaoqiu. What's going on here?
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Zhuming's diplomatic ship.
Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections.
So you're Scott. I've heard her mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Luofu before? Why did you come back?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology.
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Luofu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
I mean, if anybody else got their hands on them while you were here, you would be liable.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
That's not concerning at all.
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
Oh, really? Fine! If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations.
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. Honestly, I really don't want to have a vicious confrontation with the IPC.
Leave it to me.
I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
The power of Riz. Is it working? Am I rizzing him? Let's do this.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
He's not following the rules at all.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Xianzhou Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
So we're supposed to intimidate him? I don't think Yangqing could intimidate him, not gonna lie. He doesn't even have a sword. Stop making him feel uncomfortable, remind him of his embarrassing past. Sure.
Hey everyone! Meet my old friend Scott. He's very talented, especially at imitating animals.
Oh.
Stop it! Let's focus on the business at hand!
Oh.
What's the point in dragging up the past?
You're supposed to feel intimidated. I mean, it technically worked.
Oh, you're amazing! Can you teach me? Which animals can you imitate?
Just forget it! Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
Bet.
Don't underestimate Xianzhou technology. Even if they need to dismantle your cargo, the artisanship...
Yeah, go ahead and brag about their skills. After all, you're just a negotiator they hired. Every piece of... Besides,
Okay.
cargo
Okay,
on this transport
okay.
vessel belongs.
Your logic is too confusing for anyone to follow. Maybe you should learn the art of communication from a monkey before you continue spouting nonsense.
What are we meant to do? I feel like we're not gonna win this. None of these answers seem that great.
Since the Intelligentsia Guild entrusted the cargo to the IPC for transportation, it's the IPC's responsibility to ensure its safety, right? Why would you need a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
Well, only protect the integrity of the goods and prevent
Oh
anyone
my
with ill
God.
intentions from getting their hands on them, for example. Who itself
I failed.
poses a security
I failed.
threat to the destiny.
Shut up.
We've signed.
Can we fight him?
Listen up, kid. Stop him, guys! For the Ember Lord!
We're fighting.
The Ember Lord!
We're fighting.
You bully!
Not a scratch.
There was no point in this, right? I don't think we could have won, right? Right? We weren't supposed to win? We were just supposed to fight.
Wretched and fleeting.
Oh, I forgot they changed Argetti's voice. I'll get used to it. There's only one round of this.
To send you.
Alright. We
Get
aren't
up,
good.
all of you! Why is the IPC even paying you? You're a bunch of losers!
Just be grateful that that little brat showed you mercy. At least your staff aren't seriously injured. How
I
do
know that
you
voice.
IPC cronies have the audacity to fight Cloud Knights? You practically assaulted law enforcement officers.
Another one? Who the heck are you?
I may be a bit late, but the good news is I'm here now. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
Never mind, I did not know that voice.
Could she be? Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Zhuming.
She's pretty.
It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
What's the catch?
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now. Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo. According to the import and export regulation signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Sounds like a lot.
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Dang.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
Now.
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right?
Thanks, bro.
Bro, just do the inspection.
This lady is really something else.
Isn't she?
Is this the IPC product?
What?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Turn it off.
Is this what they were hiding?
The beauty is eternal.
Oh, where's the youth? Where's the youth in his voice? I'll get used to it, I know I will. But just for now, it's so jarring.
The beauty is eternal.
Is it though? Is it?
Failed to send you.
Yeah, get him blade.
Savor it for me.
It's my best character on the team.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
Tell him, March.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
Enough. Miss Shikue, please escort our IPC guests to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Oh, you're in trouble.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge. I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Linksha.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yanqing to be so...
Miniature.
Huh? As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Luofu from that crisis. It's so impressive.
Yeah, we've done a few things.
It's still early, so why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right?
I guess so. She might be here because of another mission. I don't think I want to mess with that. Just gonna leave her be.
The tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same. For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
You're a Luofu native, Miss Linksha?
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission. It's kinda sad, isn't it? Everything changes but somehow remains familiar. Just like you, Don Hung, I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint of nostalgia.
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the ambrosial arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
In my humble opinion, the rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality.
I thought we were here to have some tea, but where's the tea?
My bad. Well, since you went through the entire ambrosial arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yanqing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Linksha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission. Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
Well, Even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss Lingsha. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Lingsha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the Arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Luofu. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.